Hi, Linda. Can I speak to you for a second? I just got home and no one is here. Where is everyone? Also, the house is completely empty. What is going on here?
Hi, Heather. Finally. It's about time you came home. Look how late it is. What took you so long? It's past dinner time. Don't tell me you were out with your friends again. Oh, Heather. How many times do I have to remind you of the importance of coming home by dinner? You married my son to take care of him. I had to cook dinner again because you were late. What's the point of you being a wife if you can't even do the bare minimum?
I was at work, okay? I'm sorry I broke your rules, but I had to stay late to finish up the project that I'm working on.
Stop lying. I know you're just trying to come up with some excuses. I meant you were just hanging out with your friends.
I was not. I even texted Jim that I was coming home late due to work. I'm not lying, Linda. Speaking of Jim, do you know where he is? I tried calling him but he won't text me back. Maybe I should try again.
Oh, don't bother texting him. He's not going to answer you.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he with you right now? Seriously, can you please explain what's going on right now? Why is no one at home? And the house is empty? There's even a divorce paper in the mailbox. Is this some kind of prank?
It's not a prank, Heather.
What?
What do you want me to tell you? No one's at the house is empty with no furniture, and there's a divorce paper for you to sign. Do I really have to explain myself?
Are you saying that Jim is divorcing me? Where's this coming from?
What do you expect, sweetheart? You two have been married for 6 years, but you still haven't gotten pregnant. I think you prioritize your work a little too much that you forget you're a wife sometimes. You always come home late and never prepare dinner for us. I've waited for 6 years to become a grandparent, and I've waited enough. There's no point in you staying married to my son anymore. After all, you're just a useless infertile wife. We don't need you anymore.
Excuse me? Why are you blaming that on me? Linda, with all due respect, you don't know anything about my relationship with Jim. It's our issue to discuss, not yours.
Am I wrong? It's not Jim's fault that you're still not pregnant. It's always the wife's problem. You're infertile, aren't you? My poor, sweet Jim. Even after all these years of trying, you can't even get pregnant. Do you know how humiliating that is to not only me, but to Jim? Can you even call yourself a woman if you can't be a decent wife? Get it together.
I'm not infertile. I visited the clinic to make sure I was fertile so I can make children with Jim. The test results said I was perfectly healthy and fertile. Look, I don't want to get too personal with you, but Jim and I haven't had sex in years now ever since he met his new side chick. Jim's been cheating on me. That's why we still don't have any kids. It's not my fault that he won't make any effort to get me pregnant. If you want to blame someone for this mess, it's your son. He is the reason why you're still on a grandma.
Excuse me? I can't believe you'd make up such a lie about my sweet baby boy. Jim would never cheat on any woman. He has a sweet soul. Even if he was cheating on you, it's probably your fault. I mean, look at you. You used to be thin and beautiful when we first met, but you let yourself go. He probably didn't find you attractive anymore, which is why he had to find some other girl that would satisfy his needs.
I can't believe you're taking his side. He's a cheater, Linda.
Be quiet. I'm sure he has his reasons for doing so, but it's not his fault. It's not called cheating if it's done with good intentions.
That makes no sense.
Anyways, I don't need an ugly, useless, infertile daughter-in-law anymore. You and Jim must get a divorce immediately. I've sold the house already and sent all of your stuff to your parents' house. Sign the divorce papers and leave the property. Now.
Linda, you can't just do that. I can't believe you touched my stuff without my permission. And how dare you sell the house without saying anything? Let me talk to Jim. I want to know how he feels about the divorce.
No, I'm not letting you do that. I know girls like you. I bet you're going to use some tactic and manipulate him into not divorcing you. You no longer have permission to talk to my son. If you have something to say, you can tell me and I'll give him the message. Jim said he was fine with this.
What? Linda, let's act like adults here. Everything about this is immature. Let me talk to Jim.
No, that's not happening. By the way, I should tell you that you were wrong about me not becoming a grandmother.
What?
Jim got his girlfriend pregnant. I'm going to become a grandma.
You mean, he got the girl he's been cheating on me with pregnant? Oh my God. And you're happy about this?
Of course, I am. At least his girlfriend knows her job. I didn't even have to meet her and she knew what I wanted. Since a baby is coming on its way, I can't let the two lovebirds separate. You, on the other hand, failed to get pregnant, so you need to leave. I mean, I'll admit everything was so sudden and unexpected, but at least I got what I've always wanted. You better divorce my son and leave the property ASAP. You are no longer a part of this family.
Fine, it looks like I don't have much choice here. I'll agree to divorce Jim. After knowing what's going on, I don't think I can ever love him the way I used to anyways. I'll sign the divorce papers.
Good.
But I'll be asking for my share in divorce settlements and alimony, too. My lawyer will be contacting you guys shortly.
Ugh. How greedy can you get? This is all because you failed to get pregnant after being married to Jim for 6 years. Honestly, I should see you after causing me so much stress. But, whatever, let me do some charity work and help Jim give you some money. If it means that I won't ever have to see you again, it'll be money well spent.
5 years later.
Hello, Heather. This is Linda, Jim's mother. How are you?
Oh my goodness, Linda. It's been forever since I've spoken to you? What's the sudden text for? How can I help? Hold on, let me guess. Is this about Jim going through another divorce? What's it now? Would it be his third divorce now? Congratulations.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness. Did I get it wrong? Was it his fourth divorce? My apologies. It's so hard to keep track. I mean, after I divorced Jim, he kept on updating me about his new marriages and divorces he's gone through in the past 5 years. Even if I never asked for it, you've been keeping me up to date about my ex-husband. So kind of you. So, how is Jim? Is he going through another divorce?
Well, yes, it's true that he just divorced his fourth wife.
I knew it. Congratulations on his fourth divorce. The number keeps getting higher, isn't it? It's amazing.
Are you out of your mind? There's nothing to be congratulated about this. How dare you make a mockery of this?
Mockery? Oh no, I would never. I'm just genuinely amazed at the fact that a guy like him who only thinks with his libido can marry 4 times in his life.
You are making a mockery. You're being sarcastic, aren't you? You love seeing him like this, right?
That's not true at all. I'm sorry if my words offend you. But you must have a lot of time on your hands to be texting me all the time about your son's dating status.
Excuse me? You better stop talking to me with that tone, young lady. Anyways, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I have a proposition.
What?
I'm allowing you to get back together with Jim.
Excuse me? You mean remarrying Jim?
You heard me right. After going through 4 marriages, Jim realized how loyal you were to him. All the other girls ended up cheating with other men. None of them got pregnant either.
What? What about the girl he cheated with when he was with me? You said he got her pregnant.
Well, she did, but she changed her mind and got an early abortion. She said she wasn't ready to have a child.
Oh my God. You guys are monsters.
What? She was too young, okay? I was surprised when I heard her age. She just got out of high school. She was of age though, don't worry.
That makes it sound even worse as it is. Jim is in his 30s. How did he even meet such a young girl? Never mind. I don't even want to know.
Anyways, none of his marriages worked out. Jim said that you took care of him the most out of all the women he ever dated. I'm getting old too, so I want Jim to finally settle in for good. I know he had a rough patch, but what do you say? Why don't you remarry Jim? You can move back in with us.
So basically, you want me to remarry him so you don't have to worry about joining a nursing home after you retire, right? You want me to take care of you. You guys are the most selfish people I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, no, that's not true. We're not that evil. I just want us to get back together and become one happy family. Plus, we're having a bit of trouble financially right now. I think it's better for Jim if he settles in with someone and starts a family.
You guys are having money issues? It's been years since Jim paid me the money. The last time I remembered, his job paid pretty well, too.
Well, you see, he had to pay for the abortion of his first child, and he's cheated on his next wife multiple times, so he had to pay another settlement, and so on. Also, he works a different job that pays less than he used to earn. Basically, his life has become a mess. The only solution that'll make it better is you.
I'm sorry that he's going through all of that, but that's not my problem. He brought all of that to himself. Plus, I don't want to marry a guy with a baggage of money and woman issues.
Don't be like that. You know that you only have Jim. You're already in your 30s and still don't have kids. Who would even find interest in you?
Excuse me? My love life is none of your business. I'm perfectly fine with the way things are right now.
Stop trying to act like you don't care. Look, Jim already knows your flaws. You guys should get back together. It's meant to be. But I won't let you remarry my son that easily. You must agree that you will take good care of him and me once I retire. I think it's a great idea. You don't want to die alone, do you? So what do you say?
Fine. I'll be honest with you since you won't stop bothering me. Linda, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm already married and have 4 children.
What?
I got remarried to someone else after I divorced Jim. Now I'm living with my 4 beautiful children of my own and 2 dogs.
You got remarried. And you have 4 kids. I can't believe it. You never mentioned anything to me.
Well, that's because I don't have to. Why would I tell a stranger about my life? Unlike you, I moved on to my new life the second I signed those divorce papers 5 years ago. I don't have time to update my ex-mother-in-law about my life.
How do you even have 4 kids? I thought you were infertile. Did you adopt them?
No, I gave birth to them. All 4 of them. 2 girls and 2 boys who are twins. The oldest is still 4 years old and the youngest is still 5 months. They're so precious. And how many times do I have to tell you that I'm perfectly fertile?
How do you have 4 kids right now? You were married to Jim for 6 years and never got pregnant.
Don't you think it's strange that Jim wasn't able to get any other girls pregnant? Except for once when he impregnated an 18-year-old. I'd suspect that Jim is the one who has infertility issues, not the woman. Honestly, who knows if the girl's baby was even his? Didn't he break up with her because he found out that she was seeing another man? It might have never been his. Jim might be the one who's infertile.
Excuse me?
I know how much you love your son, but don't you think it's possible? You should take him to the clinic to get his health checked out. If you don't do anything about it, he might be the last generation of your family. That's so unfortunate.
How dare you say such a thing? Who do you think you are?
You need to learn how to be more humble, Linda. The world doesn't revolve around you. Anyways, good luck. Unlike you, I have a life to get back to. See you.
Wait, no. Hold on. How about this? I'll adopt your children.
Excuse me?
Even if you've divorced Jim, you were once part of our family. That means your children are partially my grandchildren.
You're crazy. I don't think that's how things work, Linda. I'm literally laughing out loud right now. How desperate can you get?
I'm serious. Also, aren't you busy all the time taking care of 4 children? I know how passionate you are about your job. It must be so hard balancing work life and being a mother. I can help take care of your children. I was once a mother too, you know. I can be a nanny.
I don't need a nanny to help take care of my children. Even if I did, I would never ever let my children near you.
Why? Aren't you busy, though?
I quit my job after I have my first child. My husband is the CEO of a tech company. We don't have to worry about finances. My husband makes income while I stay home and do chores and take care of my children.
What? You quit your job? And you married a CEO? How can someone like you get to find happiness?
Excuse me? After all this, you still want to try to talk down to me? Grow up, Linda. Maybe if you weren't filled with so much hatred, you'd be much happier with your life. Becoming a grandmother shouldn't be your life goal. Go find a new hobby.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. Look, Heather. You should let us move in with you guys. We used to be family. I can join you guys and we'll become one big happy family. The more the merrier.
What? I'm not doing that. You're just trying to take what I have. I don't want anything to do with you. You treated me terribly. You caught me use this at infertile when your son cheated on me. I don't need toxic people in my life. You guys would be a bad influence on my children.
Toxic. Did you just call us toxic? How dare you?
Yes, I did. And I mean it. Anyways, I think I'm done here. I don't want to hear from you ever again. In fact, I'm doing what I should have done 5 years ago. I'm blocking you.
What? No. Hold on. I'm sorry for everything that I've said to you. I just want to be part of a family. Please don't leave me.
No, I'm not holding on. I've had enough of you and your stupid drama. If you care about families so much, you shouldn't have destroyed it 5 years ago. You're the one who left me first. Now it's time for you to get a taste of your medicine. Don't you think it's time to grow up, Linda? You're pathetic. Goodbye. Linda persistently called me for 30 minutes until I ultimately decided to block her. It was a relief not to have to worry about hearing from her ever again. I can't fathom why I didn't block her right after my divorce from Jim. Rumors circulated that Linda took Jim to a clinic to have his fertility assessed. As it turned out, my suspicions were correct. Jim had an exceptionally low sperm count, rendering him infertile. After receiving the test results, Linda was so shocked about her son's infertility that she remained secluded in the house for weeks. I couldn't help but feel a twinge of pity, but given how poorly she treated me over the years, I couldn't help but think she deserved this humiliation. I hope she reflects on her actions. Jim, on the other hand, seemed to have no care in the world. He was elated that he could sleep with women without the fear of pregnancy. It's rather repulsive. However, just because he's infertile doesn't excuse him from not using protection. Apparently, he made multiple visits to the clinic after contracting STDs. It's as if he's consumed by his libido. At this point, who knows if he has deeper issues beyond his infertility. I can't believe I was ever married to a guy like him for 6 years. It feels like I wasted so much time. But at least, after my divorce, I met a wonderful man who treats me like a princess every day. I now have 4 beautiful children and 2 dogs, and I couldn't be happier.